So Saint Sabina Church, they run a Sunday basketball league for I'm not sure if it's just for like kids or if it's for like just the community in general, but last week there was a shooting, you know, at the event, and I'm not sure if, if lives were lost, but I know 3 people were shot, and they basically have discontinued this program. So just really like looking into like, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact of like, say, kids in these communities and people, adults, residents in the communities don't have access to like programs. And then when, you know, like drama from, the street or from whatever comes to these, safe haven, safe spaces, when there's no more accessibility to these places, like what, what are they like left to do? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you kind of think about it, and I've heard it from like different like youth that I've worked with, and just different people in the community, like if there's not any alternative, what, you know what I'm saying? It's like what other alternative is there gonna be? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you gonna kind of adapt to your surroundings. So just really, yeah, like I don't necessarily have the solution, but I'm just saying, like, you feel me? Like, yeah, man, like you can't bring drama to the place that's trying to like keep you away from drama, And not to say that, drama, you know, it'll find you. But yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate. Just really thinking about the situation, you know, uh, the people who were shot, the families that were affected. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Father Flager and Saint Sabina. You know what I'm saying? All that they do in the community, like real talk, like for real. But yeah, hopefully could get this resolved. You know what I'm saying? Kind of get the program back up and running, and kind of keep that drama away. Like for real. Like I don't know. But moving forward, so they say violent crime is down, kind of in the city, like overall. I don't have like the stats, but like I say, it's not really as bad as they say. Like it's kind of bad, you know what I'm saying? But it really just depends on where you at, and like like what you doing, and like who you around, and like for real, like you kind of just gotta be, have common sense, you know. But just looking at the city as a whole, like I said, it's been a lot of like I don't know what you would kind of call it, but it's been a lot of like crimes, like like the smash and grabs, and like it's just been like all different types of just like crazy, you know, like different little like licks that people been hitting. It's like wow, But like I say, crime is kind of down, but I think from what they were saying that burglaries and something else was up. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to find a stat and post it, you know. But yeah. I mean, when you look at the city as a whole, like I said, I mean, the city's straight. Like, I love Chicago, but, like, I'm really trying to, like, actually, like, work with people and help, like, bring the change that's, like, much needed. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, I reach out to people, you know. Like, but, that's for another video. But, like I said, yeah, they say that crime is down, but, like, yeah, the CTA, which is, yeah, I don't know. Like I was supposed to, like, kind of get back into the Chicago Detox mode of things when they were kind of like going through their budget things and almost like threatening a government shutdown here in Chicago. But yeah, it's real like bad, because like I said, the I forget who, I think the Federal Transportation Agency or something like that basically, gave the CTA, which is the Chicago Transit Authority, they basically gave them, or the whole, I don't know if it was the whole, like RTA, which is the Regional Transportation Authority, I think, but like they basically had to come up with a safety plan, like for the transportation system. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, like literally like, I'm not sure, but like I know some people got killed on the train, like, like in the past week, and not to laugh, because that's definitely, you know, yeah, sorry for the people who definitely want to send my condolences to the people who lost their lives. But, it's just unfortunate, like it became a big issue when this dude set a young lady on fire, which is like insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, and I don't know, like I ride the train, you know what I'm saying? I see people, I stay on it. But the reality of it is like, you can't really know who's gonna be like the person that's like doing this or doing that. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of have to just be mindful of your surroundings, but with them and this, like safety plan, because I don't know, when you think of safe, because like I said, I literally was just on a train and like, a dude was literally right across from me, like smoking. You know what I'm saying? He was smoking a cigarette too, and it was just like, it was just like, okay, like, like what I'm gonna do? Like, hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? That's not my job, but this is the stuff that they talk about. Like, is, somebody smoking on the train necessarily something that, they would have these people who are working enforcing, or like, I don't know, like, for real. Like, what's your take? Do you feel like people should, not to say like, because I definitely don't like people smoking. I mean, like I said, it's really kind of not up to me to enforce, you know what I'm saying? Because these are the type of situations that people deal with, like you trying to be this good Samaritan, and it's not even your job. You just trying to like, relax and enjoy your train ride to wherever you gotta go. And then now you know what I'm saying? You in an altercation with somebody. So I'm just saying, so when you think about, like, people getting set on fire, like people getting, unalived on the train, which is crazy. Like, like it seems like they should have some type of, I don't know, not to say it like, because that's, people will probably say that's, I don't know, I don't super want to get into that, but like, yeah, it should seem like they should have some type of like, I don't want to say metal detectors because that's going to cost money and, all of that, but I'm just saying, like, their method of like, Like and me personally, just saying what I see, like, oh, at certain stops, like main stops, like say Roosevelt or like, like Lake Street or like, like Jackson or something like that, and just me just speaking from the actual stations that I've went through, and seen it. Like they have like, the police there, and they're like, they like walk through like look on the train. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I've seen them take people off the train, but normally like, this is kind of like a one-off occurrence. It's not like this is just like, you know, like something that's mandatory and happens all the time. So I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't really feel that they have everything in order because, pretty much I have to be, you know what I'm saying, on top of that myself anyway. But like, yeah, I think they definitely need to address this issue more, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I see government like lacking and doing, that's all. Like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? It's like, they just probably say I'm complaining and this and that. But I'm just saying, like, I see them doing like lackluster jobs at all types of stuff, So I don't know. It is what it is, man. But I definitely want it to change. But, let me know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that there should be, some type of, realistic safety plan to kind of make sure that you're safe riding on public transportation. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, check the video out. Like I say, I ran into this dude when I was on the train, like the day that they said that, they turned in their safety plan, and this, and this is just unfortunate. Bear down, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bears, you know what I'm saying? I did a live stream, you know, when they were playing the 49ers. Like I had been live streaming, you know what I'm saying? Those of you who follow me, y'all probably have seen some of the stuff I've been posting. But like I said, I've started, like I think when they played the Philly game, I did a lot of like commentary of the game, but I never posted it because I was gonna kind of like create like I was gonna kind of put something together. But when they won, I ended up leaving. So I ain't do like a recap like after they won. But yeah, just wanna say like, salute to the Bears, you know what I'm saying? Definitely like the energy, that they bring into the city. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't really wanna say too much, like on that. Real talk. Definitely shout out to Kevin Warren, Ryan Poles, definitely would like to connect with them, to see somehow if, we could partner up or if they would want to get, on the podcast or something like that, to kind of talk about what the Bears, are trying to contribute, to the city. I know y'all want a stadium, but like, yeah, it would be it would definitely be great to kind of hear what some of these, like bigger entities, especially like these sports teams, like what are they, trying to contribute to kind of help out to Detox Chicago, because like I said, yeah, we in this together, real talk. But yeah, lastly, I'm gonna close it out and talk about. Ain't really got much to say, but it was like a $400,000 lobster heist. You know what I'm saying? It looked like something that you seen on a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching the news and seeing them talking about this, like saying that, yeah, some, I won't even get into what they said, but, they were saying like some people, some of them guys like, hit a Costco, like a Costco, I don't know if it was a processing facility or something, but they hit him for $400,000 in lobster, so yeah, basically if you eating some hot lobster, and when I mean hot, like I mean, somebody just popped up and like said they got some lobster. Chances are, it's probably that, But yeah, that was kind of what I was talking about. Like people just really, and this isn't probably like a couple people, this is, I'm just saying. But like, it sound like an inside job too. Like, how would you know? Like, oh, they gonna have, but I won't even get into that. But, I'm just saying those are the times that we in, like for real. So, yeah, I mean, people gonna do what they gotta do, you know what I'm saying, to survive. So I can't really be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So at the end of the day, like, you just gotta be mindful of your surroundings and your situation, you know what I'm saying? And who you, like, dealing with and encountering, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah. It's real out here, So, like I said, moving into 2026, just closing out 2025, it's been a roller coaster, which everything is, you got peaks and valleys, you know what I'm saying? So you just really have to, learn how to, balance things because, when you got peaks, it's going to be valleys, you know what I'm saying? So when you going up, you always got to prepare for when you not going to be up, So just really thinking about that, shed, shed things that you're trying to get rid of, you know what I'm saying? Moving forward in 2026, you know what I'm saying? So try to leave all that dead weight and extra baggage and stuff that you don't really need to bring into 2026, leaving in 2025, like real talk, like with me, Railroad Tracks Music Academy. So also Chicago Detox, you know what I'm saying? Like really trying to be more active and like actually post and create more content. Like, like I create content, I create all the time, but it's really like putting it out there, to you all to actually get you all engaged and like actually help, help us help each other. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. So yeah, stay in tune and, hit me up. If you definitely want to be a guest, you could reach out at Chicago Detox on, I think, on Instagram and on Twitter. And you could email us at chicagodetox@gmail.com, or you could get at me at KG Capone, KG, Kapone. That's like my personal page. Also, Railroad Tracks Music Academy, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like stay in tune. Like, we got a lot going on, but yeah, just really trying to engage the city of Chicago, like real talk. So salute to you if you know what I'm saying, stayed all the way for the end of this video. And yeah, be on the lookout for more. Peace. And thanks for tuning in to Chicago Detox.